Guys, what is going on? Welcome back into the channel. Strombo Games here. In today's video, we're going to be discussing why I am a little bit worried about Fortnite Chapter 6 and why I see that it's trending in a direction in which it can either go really good or really poorly. And I'll explain to you why I think that's the case. So really when you think about Fortnite's a game. Like what makes Fortnite so good to play? What makes Fortnite fun, right? It's not the realistic graphics, the realistic gameplay, right? Like some of these other games like Call of Duty or some of these war games. It's the fact that Fortnite has a cartoony type vibe to it, right? Also, there's not too many crazy mechanics, right? You're not like grappling all over the map. You're not using airstrikes. You're not like attacking somebody with helicopters and missiles and using various tactics like they do in some of the other war games like Call of Duty and like Rainbow Six. Some of these other games where a lot of people go in and they try to play some of those games, and it's really not too user friendly. You like if you jump into like a Warzone game, for instance, like it's honestly it's a quite a learning curve, and it's also not as chill of a game, right? You can't really go into a lobby and explore and have fun without getting killed every 2 seconds. So I'll explain to you some of the newer mechanics in Chapter 6. First, I'll go into how Fortnite, every single new chapter, they're constantly adding new mechanics to the game, right? Some of these new mechanics of the game include things like sprinting, mantling, sliding, swimming is another big mechanic that they added to the game, right? And then there's other things like medallions and different things like that, but we'll get into that. But so in Fortnite Chapter 6, some of the new mechanics that are being added to the game is they're adding a proning feature and a swing feature, and I'll get into why I think that both of these features could go really well or really poorly, right? I recently played a game of Call of Duty, or a few hours actually, of Call of Duty Black Ops the other day, and so one of the new mechanics that they're adding to the game is a similar mechanic that's in Call of Duty. It's a proning feature. Essentially what proning is your ability to basically just like jump and lay down on the floor all the way to the floor, right? And although this does sound like an awesome mechanic, right? If you're gonna be like sniping somebody on a hill, like, or like hiding in a bush and sniping, whatever you may be doing, proning does seem like a feature where you'd be able to hide yourself a little bit better, and also like if say that you're being chased by somebody low health, proning could help you hide yourself a little bit better in some of those situations. A potential downside of proning, in my opinion, is that when you're in some of these lobbies, some of these Call of Duty lobbies, and the thing about proning that I think could be a potential negative, we'll have to see what happens with the game overall, but I think that it could potentially lead to a lot of campers, which would be very annoying. Like, I played a game of Call of Duty Black Ops the other day, and the lobby was just full of campers, right? People just hiding in buildings, proning on the ground, waiting for you to run by, right? Like, planting mines, like, stuff like that, to the point where the game just wasn't even fun anymore. And at the same time, like that necessarily might not happen, right? It could just be another feature, and everybody plays the game how they normally do. But we'll just have to see how it goes, and we'll have to exercise our own judgment on that. They're gonna obviously play around with it, see what works, see what's good, see what's bad. But another mechanic that they're going to be adding to the game is a swing mechanic. And to be honest, what worries me about this is just the fact that like with this recent chapter that we had, the Marvel Season chapter, the whole issue with the jetpack, it's just like too much mobility, right? When you add too much mobility to the game, it can get extremely frustrating when you can't hit a shot on somebody. Like when you're about to kill somebody and they can just get away from you in 2 seconds and there's nothing you can do about it. So that's why like swinging mechanic, like it could be a little bit risky. The way I see them doing it is I see that there will probably be like a section of the map that has like ropes that you can swing on, or vines, or something of that nature, right? If there was a swinging mechanic where you could just always be swinging, people would get extremely frustrated with that, and I think that's something that they would remove from the game. And then also, not only the mechanics, guys, I think that we could have not some potential issues, but like as you guys have noticed, like with Fortnite, where you've been moving away slowly from the cartoony environment, right? Chapter 4 became a little bit less cartoony, and then like as we got into Chapter 5, like if you're looking at this gameplay right now, it's a lot more realistic, right? There's not much like of a cartoony vibe here. There's not really as much vibrant colors. I just think that we really need to take a step back. Like the creators of Fortnite need to really think about the future of the game, because there are some other games like Halo, for example, where they just like added way too much to the game and completely ruined it, in my opinion. So you really need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture, and you need to assess whether you are doing too much, right? Sometimes, like, I know a lot of these gaming creators, they think that they need to always be changing the game, right? And I do agree to some extent. Like, nobody wants to come into a game that's the same, right? But you also don't want to come into a game where you go from playing a cartoony Fortnite with a cartoony Disney skin to jumping into Call of Duty Black Ops 7 type vibe game. Like that's not what us as a community wants. But yeah, that's really all I had today, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think that Fortnite Chapter 6 is going to be better than Chapter 5? do you think that we are going to take a step in the right direction? Right. I know that the car season of Chapter 5 really pissed a lot of people off, and I think that we all learned a lesson, right? That you can't have machine like car weapon attachments because it completely takes away from the game. And do you guys think that this is going to be another similar learning experience that we experienced in Chapter 5, where some of these mechanics can just ruin the game? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, guys, if you like the video, make sure to subscribe, and also hit that bell notification. I'll be posting videos daily, and yeah, just